section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamija and I would be your examiner for this part of the test. This test would be recorded. What is your full name?
My full name is Piyush Gill.
How may I address you?
You call me as my first name Piyush.
Okay. Where do you come from, Piyush?
I come from Toana, which is situated northern part of my country.
May I see your identification, please?
Here it is, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Can you tell me something about your place where you come from?
I come from Toana, which is situated northern part of my country.
Can you elaborate this?
There are lots of opportunities in my city, such as education opportunities and transport opportunities.
Okay. Do you enjoy living there?
Yes, definitely I enjoy this living there because this place is my childhood place.
Okay, great. Few questions will be based on sports. What sports do you like, Piyush?
There are lots of sports I like, but I good at cricket sports because I have a lot of interesting in these sports.
Where did you learn to play?
I learned this play different purpose. I watching a program, TV program, and teach from my sports trainers.
Did you do some sports when you were young?
Yes, when I am young, I play lots of sports such as cricket, football, and so on with my friends.
Do you think children need more exercise nowadays?
Definitely yes. Nowadays in this modern era, they are young generation prefer to watching videos and play indoor games. They do not prefer to play outdoor games, and they become very lazy day by day. So they prefer. I think they do exercise.
Okay. Few questions will be based on headphones. Do you use headphones?
Yes, I often use my headphone when I watching a movies and listen to music.
What type of headphones do you use?
Recently, I bought a AirPod headphone, which is very useful for me because this headphone is very professional headphones and it was very easy to me to any understand any conversation and watching a video.
In what condition you would not use headphones, Piyush?
I think when I driving a car, I do not prefer to using headphones because nowadays there are lots of accident before because of headphones.
Few questions will be based on talent. Do you have a talent or something you are good at?
Yes, I have a. I think everyone have a talent. I have also have a talent. I am a health conscious person and I like to sports.
Okay, do you think your talent can be useful for your future work?
Yes, I think my talent is very useful for my future. There are lots of job opportunities because of sports.
How?
I think the government should provide lots of sports and they become they become very easy to get any opportunity.
Do you think anyone in your family has the same talent?
Yes, my father have a same talent because my father also have a health conscious person and he also taught me many sports programs and games how to learn it and how to work it.
Thank you. This is the end of the part 1. Now
Yes,
I'm going to ask a cue card. This is a cue card and you will be given 1 minute to prepare your answer. You can, if you wish to prepare.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Piyush, you will start now.
There is nobody that smartphone are loaded with features and we use these features in a different purpose. Here I would like to talk about a time when I use my smartphone for my education. Education is very important role in everyone's life. I vividly remember when I was 10th standard and they are completed lockdown in my city and also government did not open any shop and institute and at that time it was very difficult to me to understand any questions and study at home. And at that time my phone play a very vital role for my education and for my education, and I decided to started my education online. My also my principal teachers involved this feature on Zoom meeting app, and it was very easy to me to understand any questions and question and concentration very easy. So all in all, this was the time when I study when I using my phone for my education.
Okay. Now it is time to ask some follow-up questions. What do you usually do with your cell phone?
There are lot of situation when I using my phone, and it was very vital role for my life, regular life. I use my phone for my watching a movies and paying a payment, and also there are lots of app we using often.
What are the difference between young people and old people when using the cell phone?
I think there are lots of differences when using old people and young people. I think in this modern era, young people prefer to watching movies, to play games. On the other hand, old people prefer to only receiving a call and messages.
Okay, which one is important? Using a cell phone to make phone calls or to read messages?
I think in this modern era, it was very difficult to me to differences to receive a call and receive a messages. I think both are very important role in everyone life. And in this meeting, when I am meeting, I do not prefer to receiving a call. I prefer to replying on message.
Do you think there should be law to stop people from making phone calls in public?
I think it depends on situation. There are lots of situation we often using a phone, and in this public area, it was very difficult to conversation, and I think government do not strict law on the public area to.
Why not?
Because there are lots of situation we using a phone, such as we important call and receiving messages.
Thank you, Piyush. Thank you so much. This is end of the speaking test. Thank you. So it is time to give the feedback. Here in this speaking, I'm not giving any band score. I'm leaving up to you guys what band score should be. In fact, I found lots of grammatical error. Piyush had done speaking, but in each and every line he had done lots of grammatical error. Moreover, he had done pronunciation problem too. And the articulation of answers was not sufficiently good enough. So I'm not giving any score to him. So it's up to audience what score should be. In fact, I'm here to correct the answers. What answers should be given instead whatever he had given to me today. What sports do you like? I like many sports such as hockey, badminton, kho-kho, but cricket is my favorite one. Where did you learn to play? When I was in school, I had a sports teacher, Mr. Verma. He taught me how to play, and some of my friends helped me to learn it. Did you do some sports when you were young? Yes, of course, I did so. I played hockey, but cricket was my most favorite one. Do you think children need more exercise? Definitely. As students are very busy in their sedentary lifestyle, they have no enough time for doing exercise. Because of this, they are becoming obese. So definitely they should do some exercise. Do you use headphones? Definitely I use headphones, because headphones are really very important nowadays. What type of headphones do you use? I use AirPods because I find it more convenient. When would you use headphones? I use headphones most of the time while traveling by car, or whenever I travel in the bus, or sometimes I use headphones while doing some domestic chores. In what condition you would not use headphones? When personally I drive on my own, at that time I do not even use headphones, and I do not recommend to someone use headphones because it can be dangerous for our life. Talent. Do you have a talent or something you are good at? Yes, I have a talent of cooking. I am really good at cooking. I am interested in cooking since my childhood. Do you think your talent can be useful for your future work? No, I don't think so. This talent can be useful for my future work as a professional woman. I think this cannot be useful my future work because this is just a hobby and I cook it for my family members. It cannot be my work, it cannot be my profession, so it cannot be useful for me. Do you think anyone in your family has the same talent? Yes, there are 5 more females in my family and they know how to cook very well. They have this talent. So this type of answer you can give in part 1 with more confidence and elaborate your answer. So let's talk about the follow-up. What do you usually do with your cell phone? Mainly I use my cell phone for communication, but sometimes I use cell phone to scroll what is happening in the world. I use some social media sites, I listen music, and moreover I play some games too while using my cell phone. What are the difference between young people and old people when they use a cell phone? There is a huge difference. The one common thing they do, they just use cell phone for communicating, but there is a huge difference. In fact, the young people use cell phone for messaging or for using social media sites, whereas older people use cell phone for listening to some spiritual kind of music. Moreover, they use cell phone to come to know what's happening in the world, as they are more fond of using YouTube or they are more fond of using Facebook instead of Instagram. Which one is important? Using a cell phone to make phone calls or read messages? It's up to situation. Both are equally important. Whenever we require to use cell phone for communication, then we can make call and receive calls. But whenever we are stuck somewhere else and we want to leave a message, then doing messages is a perfect idea from phone. Do you think there should be a law to stop people from making phone calls in public? I think it cannot be possible because people can be in emergency even during when they are at public places. So there can't be any kind of law, but there should be understanding. People should understand that they should use cell phone during emergencies, otherwise it can be disturbing. Thank you. So in this way you can answer confidently, but in cue card his articulation was not good enough. Moreover, he had done many grammatical errors. So you guys are, if you guys are planning for speaking test, then take care of these kind of things: grammar, pronunciation, lexical resource, and fluency and coherence as well. Thank you so much.